So I messed up and I want to talk about it. Now, if you guys have been following me here on YouTube, it's been a bit of a saga lately. I've been going back and forth on my content, what I want the content to be. I was trying some new stuff and I took kind of a shift in direction that I really shouldn't have taken. And I now know after, a couple months of trying that it wasn't the right decision. And so now I'm crawling back here to say I'm back. I'm back to what I was doing before in the channel, which is going to be primarily physical media content, 4K reviews, Blu-ray reviews. So I'm back on that, but I want to talk about like what happened because I know there's a lot of other people who are creating content on Instagram or YouTube or other channels and follow me. And so I want to like talk through what went on because I think it's an important conversation for creators to have. So when I made my shift, part of this was I just was kind of sick of the name Films at Home and I wanted something new. I wanted to go by my name. I wanted to build a little bit more of like a personal brand because I am the only person doing this. I don't have anybody who works for me. And I was also getting a lot of hype from Instagram blowing up. And I think I was confusing channels. And this is where it gets really confusing as a creator is that, the YouTube audience here was here for my long form videos and they were here for specific content. And the Instagram audience, which some of you guys also are, but it's a different platform. It's a different type of content. It's quicker, it's faster, it's a different format. And they're on that app for different content and trying to mix those two things and say, well, gee, Instagram's doing really, really well. So I should try to do that on YouTube and kind of lose what I was passionate about for long form content is I think what ultimately kind of brought me down. And you definitely get in your own head as a creator when you're one person, like it's just me and I'm the one laying in bed at night just circling ideas in my head, not able to sleep, just sitting here thinking, okay, what am I going to do? Do I still like doing this type of content? Which in the reality is a lot of times you're questioning yourself just because you don't have anybody around you on a day-to-day basis to say, hey, like stop. What you're doing is okay. What you're doing is right. And I needed that. And luckily that's what you guys all were over the last couple of months as I was experimenting. I saw the comments, I read the feedback. I totally get it. And what I discovered was I'm not super passionate about creating that type of long form content anyway, where I was going to do like movie reviews and recommendations and rankings and things like that. I'm not super passionate about that, which is why I said I was going to make the shift. And then I really didn't get much content out. What I was passionate about was truly, it was physical media. It was my movie collection. It was talking about movies through the lens of my collection and physical media, and that being the niche, that being the focus of the channel. So I am 100% back to that, and I'm excited to be back to it. And what I really think, if I could give any advice to people out there, is like I should have just taken a break. I should have just taken a step back for a month and said, you know what, I'm going to lower my output here. There's going to be less videos. I'm going to step back, give myself a minute to think and not make like these decisions because all I really needed was a break. And that's what I was trying to give myself with creating different types of content was just a break, but I didn't need to do that. All I needed to do was just step back, take a deep breath, relax, and wait for something to kind of reignite that passion, which I got this month, and it was in the form of 4K discs. This was such a great month for discs. Once Upon a Time in the West, Dune Part 2, American Sniper, The Departed, Crimson Peak. I mean, the amount of 4K titles that I was getting that's what reignited me. And I will say the beginning of the year, I think was a little bit slow and I lost a little bit of the passion. And I was like, well, what should I do? I guess I should shift everything. And reality is I should have just waited. I should have just taken a step back, and I totally own that. And I get that. I should have waited until, we got some more exciting times. I should have covered some other topics within physical media, within collecting. That's what I should have done, and that's what I didn't do. So I did. I screwed up, and I recognize that some of you guys left, and you're not going to see this video. I lost not a ton of subscribers, so I appreciate that. A lot of you guys stuck with me. The vast majority of you stuck with me and said, hey, we'll let you figure this out. We're going to follow you no matter what you do. But I know I lost some subscribers. I lost some viewers. I hope I can get you back. But I definitely am still passionate about this stuff. And that's what I realized was it wasn't like I lost the passion. It was just I just needed a break. I just need to step back, take a break, and take that deep breath. So going forward, like, what can you expect? It's going to be the content that you knew from Films at Home. It's just going to be on this channel. I'm going to keep the name change. I'm going to keep that here. And then, if you are following me on Instagram, that's like one of my outlets for more like general movie recommendations and just talking about movies, not so much in the context of physical media, which has been great for the audience over there. And I am going to keep the podcast. The podcast will keep going. And I love the name House of 1,000 Movies because I'm in it, right? I live in the House of 1,000 Movies or 3,000 movies. I love the name, and I love that also as an outlet to do something a little bit different. And it's once a week. I get to talk to cool guests. We talk about movies we love. We'll still talk physical media and their collections. For example, I just interviewed Mexifunk the other day, who's one of the great artists out there who's done a ton of physical media artwork. And we dove into that topic. I'm going to interview somebody else today who is I'm not going to spoil it, but a pretty big star from a Netflix show. And we're going to talk about his physical media collection and why he collects in movies that he loves. And so there's a lot of great stuff that's happening on the podcast, and that will stay. House of 1,000 Movies is the podcast name. That's also the name of the newsletter. I'm sending that out every Wednesday. If you want the latest updates, I'm sending out physical media deals, news from the movie world and home entertainment. All the latest stuff is going in there, plus recommended videos and things like that. So that's a great way to stay in touch with me as well, as through the newsletter. But this channel is going to be back to what it was originally, what I loved doing, and I really am passionate about this stuff, and I recognize that my voice here on YouTube is important, and I've recognized that more. I've been chatting with people in the industry. I've been talking to people in the media who have been writing a lot of articles about physical media lately, which is great, and I'm realizing how much of a pull I truly had. And I guess you don't really realize that when you're sitting in your house and you're just creating content and you're kind of in your own head and you think, maybe this isn't as important, but it is. And it's important to me. I know it's important to you guys. So I'm back and I'm going to do that. And what I'll say here is I need to make it up to you all. So we're going to do a giveaway. Okay. I just wanted to offer something up because I screwed up, and everybody who stuck around, you deserve something. So I've got a couple steelbooks here, 4K steelbooks. We got Godzilla versus Kong in Fast 10. These are the glow-in-the-dark 4K steelbooks, which are really pretty cool. They're fairly new. They're both completely sealed, brand new, 4K and Blu-ray. Fast X also has the digital code. So I'm going to give away one of each, right? So one person will win this, one person will win this. Whoever I pick first from the random giveaway, you'll get to choose which one you get. The other person will get the other one. But it's going to be really simple. The way to do this is there's just going to be a form that I'll put in the description and in the pinned comment. If you fill out that form, all you have to do is give me your email address, and then I'm going to pull randomly from all the email addresses that I receive, and those will be the winners. So just a quick little thank you. Shipping's all on me. It's all covered. I'll get these out to you, but you guys deserve something like this for sticking through it and sticking with me and, just letting me work this out in my head. And honestly, part of this is my own, it's my own anxiety, which I deal with. It's my own kind of ups and downs, and I can be really hard on myself and really critical of myself and always feel like I need to do more and be an overachiever. And it sometimes leads to things like this, and I'm working through it. So I appreciate you all sticking with me. I know I screwed up. I'm here, back, telling you I'm back in full force. You're going to see 4K reviews for Once Upon a Time in the West, for American Sniper, The Departed, Dune Part 2, Crimson Peak. There's so much great stuff coming out, and I want to make sure I cover it all. Back to collection updates, back to physical media collecting topics, trying to drive new people to physical media. One of the ideas I had was like, hey, 5 must-buy 4K movies for new collectors. Let's try to drive some new people to this market. There's also some exciting news coming out of the physical media world that I'll cover in home entertainment. So I'm going to keep you updated on all this stuff. I'm back. I hope you guys are back with me. And if you do want to win a chance at the I'm Sorry giveaway, that link is in the description and in the pinned comment. And 2 of you guys will be going home with brand new 4K steelbooks. So thank you all. Thank you for sticking with me. Expect more 4K reviews very soon. I appreciate all the support. Make sure you follow me on social media and sign up for the newsletter. Check out the podcast. All of that is much appreciated as I try some new stuff on newsletter, podcast side. But yeah, thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm very sorry. I really screwed this one up, but I'll talk to you all soon.